Yes. I'm just looking through this court order. Right. Now, using the schematic of any employee of the New York Stock Exchange or ICE subsidiaries, yes, would my decision be legal? Oh, nope. Shouldn't do it. Now, let's say that the New York Stock Exchange decided they wanted an order from the court, but they wouldn't acknowledge it. Does the other side have an obligation to do what the court says without the acknowledgement of the petitioner? You wouldn't think so. But you said I do have to do what the court says. Well, how's that? I thought there were two parties to every. Well, you said that as a court, yes, that you could issue a court order without the protected person or the petitioner not only acknowledging, yes, consenting, but wanting what the court was giving them. Now, let's say there's this question of the use of the judicial system of the United States. Why would the petitioner not want to actually sign the court order? Well, how many individuals have motioned courts that happen to be the legal counsel of stock markets throughout the world, where when the court gave them what they wanted, they refused to accept the court's judgment? Doesn't seem like a very fruitful use of the actual judicial system of the United States. Now, as much as you would think that your usage of the, well, there could be a contempt here, yes. Now, is it the contempt of the petitioner? Oh, I mean, of all of the, you, let's say, I went through some of the documentation. Every company listed on the New York Stock Exchange is obligated to sign a contract for services. Some of them get delisted when they don't have certain requirements of law, contractual law. Now, some of them got upset about it and decided to sue the New York Stock Exchange for delisting them because they felt that they were wronged. How many times did they bring a contract in right now? Seems like we have a contractual liability today. That would be like the New York Stock Exchange, yes. Petitioning the court, yes, to remove somebody from their business, right, because they fulfilled their contractual obligation and the customer, right, was dissatisfied that their security got delisted. Now, for the New York Stock Exchange to not acknowledge the court order seems like the use of the judicial system to really issue orders that someone didn't want. Oh, unless, of course, the court wanted the order. Did the Clallam County court system want to issue an order because they themselves wanted the? There could be a large lawsuit here. Who is it that wanted the court order? The protection order. What individuals wanted the protection order if the petitioner didn't acknowledge it, didn't want it? What persons wanted it? It looks like the government employees did. Did the sheriff want a protection order? But you're not the named petitioner. Did the court commissioner want a protection order? But he's not the petitioner. Did the mayor want a protection order? Did the prosecuting attorney? Exactly who wanted the protection? Because the petitioner didn't sign it. Who was it in the government of Clallam County that wanted the protection order? Because the petitioner didn't want it. Who wanted it? Now, this schematic about what you should do as an employee of the New York Stock Exchange. would it be legal for one of the attorneys representing the exchange to want an order that the New York Stock Exchange didn't want? Would it would it be legal for any employee to want something that their employer doesn't want? Are you obligated to represent the county, the state, and the United States? I don't think, yes. Now, there's a big question about this. Okay. I don't think that courts can want anything other than wanting to give the petitioner what they want. Oh, it's a little different lawsuit. It involves contract.